There's really never ever really nothing going on. We were supposed to have a car meet yesterday, last night, and the weather just, it's not stopped raining. But today, finally, we didn't get any rain. So it's been dry today, and obviously people work tomorrow, including myself, but I said, let's just throw something tonight. Like, the day's been absolutely perfect. 73 degrees right now. It's super, super, super nice out. See if anybody shows up. If they do, great. If they don't, whatever. At least we tried. Can't nobody bitch if nothing's going on if you don't try. So we're at the Revolution Performance right now. Go check out, see who shows up, see what happens. Blew it up on my set up the sun. The DSM guy in Southern Ohio got it rebuilt, and that shop I guess was recently closed down. Made it just for closing time. Better late than never to get some dinner. Been busy all day working on stuff and packing and all that fun stuff. But we here. All right, well, I got my car pretty much filled. You don't judge me for hauling a set of DO5s in my cargo rack behind my Audi. I bet some people are going to see me on the road in the morning and be like, what in the fuck is going on here? But I got to drive down to Bolivar in the morning to grab the camper and the truck because all my shit is in this car. I somehow got it all in here, which is crazy to think that actually happened. But I got to meet Mike in the morning. I got to be at his house around 4:45, and we're going to hit the road about 5, and that should put us right there a little after 10 at Brown County. So we get there early, get a good spot and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we're ready.
Just gonna spark a joint for Libby. Hey, what do you think about the helmet, homie? Dude. Hey, so he sent me that picture the other day. He said, Jeff, Julie, nobody knows. You're the first one seeing. And I was like, homie, hey, you know what the fuck that shit means?
My only thing is I wish Jeff was up here too and represented it.
Yeah.
And the logo.
Admiral.
Hey, that logo. That's shit, man.
The OG stuff. I love the OG on it. That's hard.
When he sent that to me the other day, I was like, Billy.
I was like,
I said, hey, dude, I gotta buy the fucking whatever I need to buy. This is one left over last year. And I was like, make sure Limpy has the best one out of them all. And that motherfucker is perfect. Like, it's perfect. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? The shadows, he put drop shadows under the letters. When he sent me the pictures of that, I was like, dude, hey, no bullshit. Up until like, what's today, Thursday? Wednesday? Nobody know about this. Nobody.
So go.
huh?
Nobody knew
so
about this fucking helmet.
Charges shit.
Oh.
But this is something that...
Trophy.
Shit.
Spare parts simulator LS power. Sponsor and MasterCard.
And we got the best in the business. Let's see what Limpy says. So, no call yet. Oh, Lippy needs a radio. Well, he is a pretty important guy.
Yeah,
I'd say if anybody needs a radio, it's probably Lippy. So I don't know, I'm horrible at calling, Billy. What do you think? Left lane, right lane?
man, Mike Corley was behind. You seen the tire smoke up there. He was hitting all them boost buttons. He might have snuck by him up there on the big end. I don't know. Man, how about both those drivers forcing it down the track?
So again, this is True Street, biggest class here in
Hell
the
yeah.
Corley for the
Hell
win.
yeah.
Mike Lane's the winner.
Hell yeah, that was rough.
Crazy Canadian pulls it off.
All right, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, welcome back to the channel. So, I was on a phone call. I was expecting to film this a little earlier, but I've been talking to Tony and Katie. I'm on my way to Coonley. It is a week before my event, and I came up to do some video and talk a little business. I'll show you the Wally, show you all kinds of stuff.
Turn left onto
So,
Creek Road.
I came up here to just basically do that today. It's an absolute gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous day. I'm gonna go up here, check this place out, see what I need to do, in regards to my event coming up this weekend. Anything I need to get. In the meantime, I'm pretty much prepared. Just some little stuff at home. I got all the payouts together yesterday. All the money's together. All the money is in hand. And the championship belts will be here Tuesday. My plaques for the winners for the other classes will be here Tuesday. I'm super excited. I'm stoked. I can't wait to get this race off. I can't wait to give away all this stuff. And but yeah, we're just gonna go up check this out. I'm gonna bring you along with me, and we'll see what we can get into. So we're out here checking out the service today. I mean, it's honestly pretty good. This is kind of what it's going to be like next Saturday. Obviously this ain't gonna be a radio prep. This is a bracket prep type deal. But yeah, this track's super smooth. They just had it reconcreted and redone by Kurt Johnson in a couple of spots there to make it smoother. And yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think the surface is really coming around. I mean, even in the groove, it's still pretty decent for being, a very sunny day and stuff. So yeah, I think we'll be good. Oh, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. The day's done. Got my work done. And I actually just went and picked up my U-Haul trailer that I'm going to use to haul everything this weekend, because I don't have the room, obviously, to put everything in my car, because obviously I'm taking that thing, and I don't want to fuck anything up throwing shit inside the interior, because the interior is actually really nice in that car. So got myself a little open trailer from U-Haul. It's the best $50 I ever spent. And I'm going to go ahead and start getting everything loaded up in here and put the trailer inside and relax for a little bit, because I think I pretty much have everything done. All right, so getting the show underway, and I'm getting ready to go up for my first time trial in Quick Street. So Quick Street is a floating index. well, it's not floating index, but we hand drew an index between 7.0 and 7:30. Of course, I was the one that had to draw out of the bag, and it was a 7:05, which is not ideal for me because that's way too fast. So, but we're gonna give it our shot, see what we can do. All right, so you're the man today.
All right, Chris, I just want to thank you and Happy and everybody else involved for putting this race on. It was an amazing race. It was a trying race, but I mean, at the end of the day, racing's great and I don't want to do anything else. And I just want to thank all my friends, my girlfriend, Kristen, everybody else back there. Thank you for all your help and support. Couldn't do it without you guys. Between the moral support, the watching out for me on the track, it's a team effort, and I'm just blessed to be part of this team. Thank everybody for being out here.
Yep, it was a damn good race. So she's working on that, but I definitely have this. Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's my honor to give you this.
First ever.
First ever Little Gangsters Wally ever.
This is unbelievable. I never in my life thought I'd be holding a Wally in my hand with my 82 Monte Carlo that I drove to high school with a freaking diesel engine in, and it's had a small block Chevy in it its whole life, and we're freaking holding a Wally. Unbelievable.
It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna roll on down through.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, man.
With a cord.
Yeah, with a cord.
That's my go-to, the silver bullet.
Well, you got it. There's your plaque. Yep. Well, it's 12:11. It's Friday, and I'm on a very dark road. I guess that'd be only one reason. Oh, my other ride's here. We testing again. But then I wish I was actually in bed right now because I'm actually kind of tired. But we testing. Actually, we're testing from Magnolia tomorrow. Actually, he's gonna give Magnolia a shot tomorrow. I think the car will do pretty well there. So I think he made some changes and stuff. Obviously, he changed everything from last weekend. For my race, because obviously we're going from sticky prep to pretty much no prep and real no prep. So we're just gonna make like 1 or 2 hits just to make sure it goes down all right, and in case we get a very early draw, and see what we can do.
I come up here and leave on a lot. That's straight down.
Yep.
That's straight. DO5s leave so it's like this soft. It's like cotton fucking rubber. You know what I'm talking about? The DO5 does it.
Yep.
But it didn't leave much out here because I didn't spin much.
So you can see that
Fuck! I didn't spin it all.
No.
It didn't even try.
No, it didn't black. It didn't really black.
Mine right here.
Yeah.
Or
No,
that,
not right
pink-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is yours.
Is that mine? Okay. I didn't know that was from a previous one or not.
That just happened.
See a little
I mean,
bump right here. You see it, but like that's
Yeah.
a light black track. Like that's not.
Yeah, this is definitely. This was definitely yours because it's still sticky.
Oh yeah. Fuck! What I do? Run in the water? Where the fuck that come from?
Yeah, it's still sticky out here.
That's really sticky the whole way.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that? It's a shadow. What kind of motorcycle did a burn like that?
Right.
The crew.
That's crazy. Listen. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm good with the light.
Well, I'm on my way down to Mag, and I see clear skies. Well, kind of clear skies, but it's raining. And there's absolutely nothing on radar, which is even better. I mean, in a normal case, I'd be like absolutely crashing out right now. But I'm actually not. So, but yes, I'm on my way to Mag for No Prep Mania. I'm actually going to go help Eric Mans today. He's going to go race. Obviously, you've seen him testing last night. We think we have a pretty good hot rod for that surface, and we're going to go try to see if we can squeeze one out. It's going to be weird actually not focusing on an event or flagging this time and be on the other side of the spectrum this time. So, be a little weird, but we're going to try to make the best of it tonight.
Drag radial, hard tire, tailgate, and true street. Now, after first round is done, if you are eliminated in the first round, you can come back up to the tent, sign up. We will do a second chance class. Now, Stick Shift has their own second chance class because they're running a completely different program than the rest of us at all of our races, but they're doing our own thing.
All right, so we're out here, and there's six cars in small tire. We are third pair left lane, racing our buddy Steven from Michigan, and then we're in Run What You Brung 2, and then we're second pair. And I can't remember who we were paired up against, but so there's only 2 pair in Run What You Brung. I think there's like 3 or 4 pairs in Stick, and I think I've seen 8 pair in True Street. So. And then hard tire, I believe there was maybe only 2 people. Not exactly sure, but it's not bad. There's a decent crowd here. So we're going to get to racing here in a minute. Like I said, first round kicks off at 7. We got about 25 or so minutes, and we're getting ready to roll. All right, so we just got through small tire, and this thing's hot. So we just did Run What You Brung 2, but won both. And so far right now, looks like that we are in the semifinals of small tire, and we're racing Jim TG. It's got the green car, big block, Pro Charge. And then we will be in the finals against, I'm not sure who was the other guy that he was supposed to have been racing in Run What You Brung. So we're in the semifinals of small tire, and we're in the finals of Run What You Brung. It'll be a minute before we go up again, because this thing's hot. But it takes it though, which is nice, because I mean, we've hot lapped this car a lot, and other than a little bit of a drop in oil pressure, that's really the biggest thing that's the issue. But we're good. I think we got a pretty good platform of what we need to go. First round was kind of a crapshoot. It did spin a little bit, but he was able to recover once it got on the asphalt. It took every bit that he gave. So we'll be going for second round here soon and see what happens. What the hell was that? All right, so we just got done with semifinal small tire. Unfortunately, didn't put enough in it, and the right lane was definitely substantially worse than what the left was, and we ended up taking loss on that one to Jim TG, and obviously he earned it, and you guys for him. Yeah, where you going? Huh? Okay, I'll stay back here and watch it. So hats off to him. Obviously, he's got a hot rod. Obviously, it's a Hemi. big blower car. Like, that thing makes a ton of power. And, you know, that is a hard car to beat. So it is what it is. And we're still in the Run What You Brung finals. And hopefully we take that win. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. I haven't posted anything in a couple weeks. Just been busy. We had a lot of stuff going on, obviously. And obviously I missed a lot of content that I could have posted and made a video out of, and I didn't. I just got to get better about making content. What's nice is now is I just made a big-ass purchase yesterday, and I got my pair of Meta glasses. So now I never know when to pull my phone out. All I got to do is hit a button on my phone, on my glasses, boom, recording. Be a game changer, I think, for now on. Especially like flagging, you know. Well, just hitting the button, you know, right before I'm going to send some cars down. It's going to look sick. I can't wait. I can't wait to actually use it for that stuff. But anyways, we had a really good time in the woods, as you've seen. We raced till very early Sunday morning. It was an ass kicker, but it was good. We had a really good time with all my peeps. So then we moved into the week of mine and Happy's race up at Coonley Motorsports Park, the Lake Effect Showdown. And that race, you know, I had very high hopes, and I obviously put a lot of money up for the purses and stuff like that, especially sponsor money and stuff like that. And I, unfortunately, didn't do very good on car count, and it didn't do very good on spectators. It actually ended up costing me money in the end to host that race. And that was definitely that was a shot to the gut, needless to say. And obviously I didn't really have, I had the money, but I didn't have the money. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So unfortunately, I definitely came out on the negative side of things, unfortunately. And it makes me sad because, like, I feel like I put a lot of effort into that race. As far as, like, promoting and, you know, getting the stuff, you know, to entice people to come race. And it just didn't seem like it was worth it. Especially like winning a Wally. You know, you can go in and race at these high buy-in races for your own money that I don't think people just can't quite comprehend in their head, that you are the ones that's adding to the purse to make it so big. So say it's a $500 buy-in, and there's a certain amount of racers at this certain amount of payout, and there's this big payout. Well, there's no money getting added to it. You're racing for your own money. And I don't know if people like just can't like do math to comprehend that you're racing for that only, to where my race was a free entry. It costed you a tech card. That's all it costed you to win guaranteed money. On top of that, you're getting a Wally that nobody else has done. And that's huge in itself. And, you know, I did have 32 guys locked into that deal, and there were some guys that broke, and then I seen some guys that went somewhere else. And I don't get it. I absolutely do not get it. And this is makes me to the demise of where I don't want to put on an event ever again. I'm done. Like, I don't want to do it. It's the last 11 years of putting events on has been a motherfucker. It's been fun, don't get me wrong, but the work and stuff that you put into this stuff it's not worth it. If people ain't want to come race, then why should I put effort into it at the end of the day? But that's just how I feel about it. You know, I know, you know, stuff's expensive, but, you know, people are still traveling. Like, this economy is not preventing people from racing. There's still people out there chasing and racing for stuff. And this goes back to the whole watering hole that isn't a watering hole anymore, because everybody has sucked it dry to how many events go on in a weekend. And really, there wasn't really a whole lot going on that weekend. There were some races that did take some racers from me, And I let them know. Like, especially people that you wouldn't think that would do that to you. And they always, like, if there is an event, they reach out and, like, send, like, oh, I'll send people your way. We send people. It's just one of those things. And that didn't happen this time. And I was vocal about it. I didn't give two fucking shits. I'm tired of it. If you don't want to be a part of this inner circle like we've had for the last couple of years, bye. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of fighting for people. And you want to drop people at the drop of a hammer because of you're upset about something? Fucking grow the fuck up. That's just how I say it. But anyway, I did give a wallet away. I gave away my guaranteed money. As you saw, Mr. John Solly won Little Gangsters. Obviously, he was very, very excited to win that. He's a very competitive racer. He's went to every damn World's the Winter Series in Florida. Competed in that level. He's competed at that level everywhere across the country for Little Gangsters. And you know what? That was his day. And he was super thankful. And there was honestly a lot of people that was super thankful about that day. And they really enjoyed that racing. I actually just had a guy at Magnolia said, hey, like, I just want to tell you thank you for putting this race on. Like, and that stuff means a lot to me. I mean, like, when somebody walks up and tells you that, wants to shake your hand, says thank you, I really do hope you put something like that on again. Obviously, that means something to me. Like, I care about that stuff. To some other people, they may not give a shit. Like, they collected their paycheck, and if they do another race, cool. And they ain't worried about it till next year. And that's the last thing that's on their mind. That's how most people are. But I guess I'm a little bit different. But yeah, so gave all my payouts out, gave all my trophies out that I gave, and wiped my hands clean, and obviously was out a couple of $1,000 that day from that. So, and took my horse and went home. So that brings us to Magnolia. Obviously, a little different this year. I'm not a part of it. And that was obviously I did that myself, that I choose not to be a part of that for various reasons. And obviously, the racing and stuff with the promoting and stuff, and it was just different, and I know, they got the event up late. They were still working on the track, and there was a lot of factors that went into, how everything went this weekend. Obviously I saw it, and I'd have been pissed if it were me about, just the way some stuff was, and I would have, I probably would have, voiced my concerns about some stuff, but at the end of the day, I had nothing to do with it, so I wasn't going to. But, True Street had a really good car count. Small tire was lacking. Hard tire was decent for once. Stick shift was decent for once. And then they had like a run with Jabrung class, which I don't know why in the hell we're still running around with Jabrung, because everybody went to small tires except for like a couple people, and I'm not sure why we're still running on big tires to this day when you're wanting to do this kind of stuff. But the spectator count was good. A bunch of spectators showed up, and like they normally do. That event always draws, people. Definitely was different seeing the track the way it was, and I miss the old Magnolia. I told DJ that on Saturday night when I was leaving. He goes, "What do you think?" He goes, "What do you think of the track?" I was like, "Well, it's cool," but I said, "Man, I miss the old track. I miss that feel. Like it just wasn't the same." As good as its improvements and stuff like that, like great, like it's obviously going to help the bracket index guys that, always want to go there and race and stuff. And, that stuff pays the bills at the end of the day. So like you kind of have the mixture of both styles of racing to keep a racetrack open, really, in most cases. There's a couple events out there, a couple tracks out there that if you didn't have that and you still had the no prep, like the no prep's going to dominate. And always like Jeff's event, like that's he don't need to go do bracket racing or index racing at Brown County because Warren Woods takes care of all that for the year. So, but it's definitely different down there. I know I'm possibly going to work on some stuff down there with him, maybe. We kind of barely talked about it Saturday night when I was down there. But I don't know. We'll see what the future holds with that. Or even if I'm up for even doing it at this point. We'll see. But we had a good time. Obviously, I went down there to help Eric. Eric wanted to run small tire and he wanted to run what you brung. And obviously, you've seen the first pass. Third pass, the third pair down for small tire, it was slow. I mean, that surface was pretty rough in that concrete, being so dusty and so new. But like once we hit that blacktop, choo boy, we were rolling. If that whole track was that asphalt like that, we'd be absolutely flying. But we went very slow first round, needless to say. Like it went as slow as the first couple of pair there was at Warren Woods. I'll just say that. And we've obviously said kind of the numbers a couple times, but yeah, we made it to second round. There was only 6 of us, so we had the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finals. And quarterfinals, we ended up getting paired up with Jim TG, who obviously has got a big Hemi Pro Charge set up in his car. Thing makes a ton of power. And I didn't say I accidentally, but I made the left lane really, really good when we went up to make our first pass. Because there was a lot of people that weren't doing burnouts very well or not putting enough prep down to be able to do a good burnout. And I said, you know what? I want to make sure that we go down this bitch. So I probably used about half a gallon of prep that pass, and it really changed that lane up a lot. And a lot of people are like, holy shit, this lane's actually good now. I'm like, well, I ain't saying that I am inventing the wheel, but I mean, I feel like I know what I'm doing when it comes to like the street stuff and, you know, making sure that I can make a lane good enough to where you can get down at the end of the day. But I think I made the left lane a little too good. The right lane was not as good as the left, needless to say, which it's always been like that. But the lanes were pretty even when we first started. But so we unfortunately got knocked out second round to him. He ended up going on to win it, of course. And then there was only 2 pair of run what you brung. So there was a semi and then a final, basically. And we ended up winning run what you brung. So at least we walked away with a little bit of money at the end of the day. And then packed up, went home. It was kind of an early night. We didn't have a whole lot of cars. So we got home at a decent time. Had some sleep. Well, the next day, and that was it, you know. And then we went to Longhorn last night for dinner for celebrating our win. And, yeah, so now we're into Monday right now, and I'm working on this video right now, actually. So, other than that, work on that this week. Obviously, I have the table tomorrow or today. Can't remember whatever day. Depends on what day I get this video up. We obviously have a very, very big race this weekend. The War at 304, who's Billy's race down at 304 Motorsports Park. It's the most beautiful track in the world to this day that I've been to. It sits up on top of a giant mountain overlooking a whole bunch of other mountains. And it's a cool ass track. The track's very nice. Like it has the capacity to hold a ton of racers, a ton of spectators, camping, shit like that. Like it's and the owners are super, super cool. Yeah, we met with those guys when we were down there in March for Happy's event for Cabin Fever. And we really, really, really enjoyed ourselves. And with all them guys that run that track down there. So I'm super excited to go back down there. And it's not a bad drive. It's 4 hours from my house. So I can't complain too much about that. But obviously we got that this weekend. Friday, we're racing. Saturday, we're racing. I know the weather looks a little questionable right now. I've already been talking to a couple people about it. And obviously on my end, it doesn't look very good either. But it is also Monday, and we still got 4 more days before the forecast really gets nailed. So I know they're planning on making a call, I think, Thursday of if we're going to proceed or if we're going to try to reschedule this race. So don't know what's going to happen yet, but no matter what, it's going to be absolutely killer. There's some killers coming for small tire. I think any of the heavy hitters that you see out on the East Coast, Midwest, is all coming. You know, you got Ryan, you got Newcomb, you got the Witch Doctor, you got Devin, like Billy will be racing. The list goes on. You got Gabe, and I'm trying to think who else I'm missing. Bradley Butler, the old bank robber car, Lunatic, is now that car's called. He's going to be there. Like, there's going to be some gangsters in small tire. On top of the True Street, I know he's doing a slick street class. There's a badass stick shift class with a trans on the line and extra money on top that Danny from Neo Ohio Restoration is doing for that. You got hard tire, and you got little gangsters. And I know Jimmy Dale and Poland are also going to be there. So it's going to be gangster. You got Jamie Deere on the mic. You got Billy Fields on the mic. So they are going to be calling the action all weekend there, just like they do at Brown County. I know Jesse Howard is going to be there, which obviously he's a very, very good friend of the Hoskinson family. Obviously, we've hung out with him a lot, you know, with his car. And so he's going to do a little acoustic set, I believe. I don't know if that's Friday night, I think, or Saturday night. But and he's going to do some singing stuff. Like, it's going to be a good time. I'll be there, of course, helping. Kenzie Happy will be there, obviously helping too. We're gonna have a really, really good time. So if you have not made a trip there yet, this is probably the one race that I would say I would probably put this on your calendar and just go this one time, just because all of the gangsters are all gonna be on the property this one time, and you know, you might have a chance here and there that might show up, but this time it's definitely going to happen. But anyways, I'm going to get this video wrapped up, get this rolling, and kick back and relax a little bit, because got pretty much of a busy week, and I just got done putting a bunch of stripper glare merch away from the weekend and stuff like that. So, but I appreciate everybody, and appreciate you watching. If you haven't liked, hit the little thumbs up barrel down there somewhere. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the little subscribe bell icon button and subscribe. But I appreciate everybody, and we will talk to you after this week.